I was so afraid of him. He was extremely violent and very angry. My dad was a Vietnam vet, but he came back from the war suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, otherwise known as PTSD. It was impossible for him to live a normal life. Any dreams that I had of having a wholesome childhood, having any normalcy, were completely gone. When I was 2 years old, my parents divorced. My father was given court-ordered weekend visitations, and those visitations changed my life forever. My dad was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, but he was also addicted to heroin. I remember getting ready to go see my dad on the weekends, and I would pack the cutest clothes I had, and I loved hats, so I would pack the cutest hats. I just wanted to look pretty for him. In my little girl mind, I thought if I could just look really pretty, and if I could be on my best behavior, that maybe he'd want to change. Maybe he wouldn't want to do the things he was doing, and maybe he'd change his life. I always dreamed that we could have a nice weekend visit, that we can go to the park, maybe him swing me in a swing or go to a carnival. I just wanted to do something fun, something normal people do. But instead of the park, instead of riding on a carnival ride, we would walk the streets at night looking for his next fix. One night he decides that we're going to go to a bar. And while at the bar, he gets into a physical fight with the man that was there. And the next thing I know, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, crying hysterically because my dad is stabbing this man in front of me with the weapon he had in his pocket. I thought I was going to die. I was so scared. I ran for my life. By the time I reached high school, I wasn't making the right decisions. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. I met this guy who at the time I thought was the greatest thing ever, and I was happy. And for once in my life, I thought everything was going to be great. But that didn't last. Shortly after we started dating, he began using drugs, and he became very different. He changed. He was jealous, controlling. He put me down a lot. But worse, he became physically abusive and very violent. What was left of my spirit, I allowed him to kill. I couldn't believe this was happening to me. I was at a very, very low point in my life, and I really needed help. And that's when I turned to my faith. I decided that if God couldn't help me, no one could help me. I did a complete turnaround. I was in church every Sunday, and I wasn't doing the things that I was doing before. As a matter of fact, nothing around me was changing, but I was changing. I changed. And I got to a point where it didn't matter what others had did to me. It didn't matter what I was going through. I knew that it was all going to be okay. For the first time in my life, I felt in control and I felt good. I knew everything was going to be fine. In every situation, I knew there was hope. I promised myself that one day I was going to reach out and I was going to help bring faith and hope to those who maybe couldn't see a way out of their situation. When you've been beaten down your whole life and you can't see a way out, sometimes you begin to believe that lie. But I'm here to tell you that if you put your faith in God, you can be saved too, and you can change your life. It doesn't matter what you've done or what someone has put you through. You get to decide which path your life will take. You can make your dreams come true, and you can be amazing.